Alright, so something I neglected the first time. Welcome back, everyone, by the way. Something I neglected the first couple times I tried this, and even a few times after that, is that he moved this bad boy closer, and now Cecil can reach it. And what do we all know about rolling stools, am I right? Cecil can just fucking waltz over there like nobody's business. Huh. Right on it, eh? And that looks suspiciously like that book up there. I mean, it actually looks suspiciously like that book up there. Like, I am suspicious of how much it looks like that book up there. Okay, so now what? Do I get him out of... Do I get Cecil to go pop into the hat and jiggle that? I don't know what you want from me. Alright. I think I figured it out just because I looked at the top screen, which admittedly you can't see. It looks a lot like a bullet. Alright, they've drawn it so it really... It's like screaming that it's a bullet. Alright, so Cecil's just gonna move on out of there. And Missile's just gonna move right into the bullet hat. We're gonna see how this goes. Just as... I need him to shoot the gun, so, you know. There's another condition of my deal, man. I found everybody who knew about Temsic, man. It's not too late. It's no use, well, even with my powers, there's nothing I can do. I don't see anything to swap the bullet with. I guess you just didn't pigeon in time. Fucking... Maybe it's shot again? I don't think I did. What? I don't know what they want me to do. Like, you guys can't see this hat, but it really, really looks fucking bullet-shaped. I disagree. Do I just hit back, or... Oh, for God's sakes. Come on, that has to be it. I know you can swap it with something. I had... Alright. I'm annoyed now. Because that has to be it. Like, it was so clearly bullet shit. You can't see it, I know, but... It just so obviously was a bullet. Like, I'm pissed now, because I was proud of my... I thought I had it. I thought, like, alright, this hat really looks like a bullet. I'll just swap it with the bullet while it's firing, right? Apparently not. So fuck it, I'm pausing this and I'm gonna go look at a walkthrough because screw this noise. Alright, so if this is legit, I'm gonna be really pissed right now. If this is actually what it is. Because it seems like I'm pretty sure the icon of the hat's gonna be exactly the same. I'm almost positive. Fuck, I need to wait for that thing. So, apparently, according to this, the issue was that I had the hat on the floor, and it needed to be up with that book. Which, if that's the case, is a load of bullshit. Like an actual load of complete bullshit. In which case, fucking get up on that book. I'm about to be really annoyed. I can feel it. Oh, it's gonna get really annoying real quick. Get the hat down there. I need you hanging out down there. Yeah, time's passing. I just need the swivel chair, or the rolly stool, or the whatever you call it. Come on, buddy. Slides over, comes right back. Whose coat is that? It can't be Pigeon Man's. It's as big as he is. Is it Jowd's? Think. About to be real pissed. If it's as simple as fucking making sure the hat is on top of the bookshelf. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. Really? Because it just said switch it with the book. And then wait until he's shot Cecil. Maybe the hard hat's the issue. Because there's no way that looks like a bullet. With it laying on its side... Nope. Our chance... Really now? You gotta be kidding me. Really? The bullet is hanging in midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead. Now's our chance, right here in the bullet lane, to slap this little thing with something else. What? You know, it would have helped if you showed me this before. Yeah, I know I can. This screen would have helped before. I noticed I didn't see this screen before. Yeah, I'm trying, Jesus. On the top screen. Yeah, I get it. How do I... Okay, there we go. Yeah. Uh-huh. Right. Sure. That's a load of crap. That's complete bullshit. First of all, it's the wrong angle. Ah, fucking... The floor should have worked. And you know, that can't be good for a man with a bunch of broken bones to land like that. I don't think he pigeoned. Looks like you pulled off another pigeon act.
And now I say again, I love knit hats.
I don't think you said that ever.
So warm and most of all soft.
Did I do alright?
You did a fine job, little pigeon. You saved another pigeon.
And I'll keep doing it too. Yeah. Over and over. Yeah.
What I saw in just these 4 pigeons gave me all the pigeons I've been looking for.
All of our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor?
So you two were working together.
That's about the size of it, yeah. Who'd believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the 2 of us.
I'm quite a pigeon myself, after all.
Okay, let's hurry back. Back to our time. Yeah. We must rescue Miss Cabanela. Yeah.
You're right, Miss Isle. And there's a certain guy I have to follow, too. Alright. I'm pissed about that puzzle. The previous one was alright. I liked that one. That one was a little bullshit. Not a fan of that. Because I was right there, and then I manipulated the knit hat. It's like, alright, well, if you're just gonna put me right there, don't let me manipulate the fucking hat. How about that? After completing his revenge on Cabanela, the man in red left. And now a new story is about to unfold in the new present. How are you feeling, you crazy old pigeon? Bones are still broken.
Hey there, Prof. We're both alive, I see. Nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I've got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna believe that pigeon. So what? The guy in red is gone?
Just in case, I posted special investigation units around the building. Let's pray those boys came through for us.
That blue and green. I've missed them.
Damn it! You picked a bad time not to listen to me, body of man.
I think I need a shave. Stroking my beard right now. Thinking it's time for a bit of a shave, eh? Anyways, Well, it looks like both their deaths were erased. Unfortunately, in the case of the Inspector in White, I can't call it a complete success, but in any case, these two have little information I need to start to manipulate. I better talk to them. Yeah, fair enough. What's up, Cabanela?
If I knew things were getting out like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way I couldn't have been dancing after Big Red by now.
Huh. Might be able to erase death, but sure I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way.
Yeah, sorry, I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. He was right there within my grasp. All of our plans were resting on tonight, and then this had to happen.
I guess he's thinking about his spotless record. I think there's more to him than just a spotless record, alright? Like, really now. It's not too late, we still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him.
Not if you stay here talking. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions, Mr. Ghost.
This guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people that stole his life. He's a pigeon! He's the one that made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up pigeon. He only has himself to pigeon. But what about when he said this? Cha-cha-cha. Ow. I was murdered by all of you. Meh. Detective Jown forced me into a corner. Lynn, the girl who was playing in the park. And finally you, Inspector Cabanela. Meh. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at the kid. Meh. Ow. Meh.
Yes, 10 years ago on that day, a Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness in our investigation. And then I did it. I made two very stupid mistakes. First was putting cream in the coffee, but that's kind of irrelevant. Cream was sour. It was a stupid mistake.
Detective, I'm telling you. Meh. I don't know anything about it. Meh.
Fine, fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell.
Well, that's a little on the nose there, Chief. But I... Meh.
I'd been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit. Just been assigned. They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me, and I want to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking a statement, but I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. Then I made another mistake on top of that.
Cabanela, got a minute? The Chief wants to see you about your report.
Got it, I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. And that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun.
Oof. How pigeon you?
He used my gun to escape. What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point in Lynn's face in the first place.
Again, that seems like mostly his fault.
When we first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication.
Overseas communication?
For national security purpose, this country keeps tabs on communication networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted to buy them. Him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him, of course. We didn't know what he looked like at the time. In order to prove these powers of his...
Oh! Alright. I have a theory. I have a bold theory. This man in red with the yellow pointy hair is in fact the individual who died 10 years ago. And for some reason he's able to survive past a day. Don't know how, don't know why. But he met with Lynn, quote-unquote met with Lynn, and manipulated her into shooting him so that he could appear dead. Then this fake doctor came, examined him, and said, yeah, he sure is dead. And Cabanela bought him off and had him deliver the corpse to there, and that's where we are now. I don't know my full origin, but I'm definitely the spirit of a recently dead person who just so happened to be there when he died and assumed he was me. That's my thoughts. Now then.
In order to prove these powers of his, he gave them two predictions.
The events.
He foresaw completely two preposterous and possible cases. case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast, and the case of a man who would take Chief Commissioner hostage in his own office.
Those two inmates, the special person, eh? I was kind of hoping they were guilty, actually. That would have been an interesting little aside.
We kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation. Then finally we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out.
That restaurant, the Chicken Kitchen.
The Maple Leader plans on leaving the country tonight on a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal.
Submarine?
But we haven't been able to find out where it was going to surface.
Probably the ocean.
It's terrifying to think what would happen if his powers would fall into their hands.
Right, highly unlikely they'd use them for pigeon purposes.
And now that they have that little girl as a hostage...
Camilla.
Yes, that's her name. We have to stop him before he leaves the country.
Well, piss. This spotless record of yours, is it really that important to you?
Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my life.
In your life, eh?
After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all the intel as head of the Special Investigation Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the Manipulator case.
The Manipulator case? That's why you cared about your record so much.
Of course. Why else, baby?
So he wanted a spotless record so that he could basically do what he wanted, and what he wanted was to look into the Manipulator case.
I never could believe it, man. Jowd shooting Alma. And Kathy confessed there was definitely something more to that story, something secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder, everything in my power, and then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The Manipulator, he's going to prove that Jowd is innocent.
What an incredible determination. Or, that might not have been what he said, but, you know, fucking... There's one thing I don't understand. If you were so determined to help Jowd, why didn't you help him escape from prison?
That's an easy one, baby. Escape from prison is a crime. I was about to help commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know. As mayor of law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally.
Touché.
And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could.
So that's it. Yawn. But there's one little unfortunate result in all of this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions.
Ha! What's a little misunderstanding, baby? Baby, we'll come around, give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight.
What, do I talk to Pigeon Man now? I guess so. Mr. Superintendent, what? Oh, mind if I talk to you for a minute? I haven't always been a junkyard pigeon, you know. I used to be part of the pigeons. The pigeons, huh? I mean police. Not as a pigeon, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' cause of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to pigeon a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the pigeon report said. There were no signs of life. He was definitely pigeon. But I never filed an autopsy report. I was out to lunch, you see, and the body just vanished. That's because the corpse suddenly pigeoned, leaving behind only one clue. An unusual corpse. I bet it's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more? Yeah, sure. I have an interest in recovering your pigeon and finding your true identity, too. Alright. There's only one way I can describe it, too. It's an unusual pigeon. He was dead, alright? No pigeon about it. But there wasn't a pigeon on him. Not a pigeon, eh? I mean, scratch. But I thought it was hit by a meteorite fragment. I don't understand it any more than pigeons do. I was completely bewildered, but when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more pigeoned. I couldn't pigeon the autopsy. You couldn't? What do you mean? A scalpel went in, but before I could cut. But I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make incision, it would heal up the very next instant. I'm trying to make rules for this guy. First of all, I want him to be an old man, but I feel like I've done this voice. That's how it went. Fuck, yeah, I also hate doing that voice. There's no skying of blood either. Yeah, pigeons. Yeah, I hate doing that voice. Fuck it. No rules for him. And I never had the chance to pigeon the mystery.
That's because the corpse up and vanished on us.
The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have pigeoned that body. But there's one way the pigeon could have disappeared. What's that? Aliens. It up and walked out. Yeah, that would work. Yeah. Oh my god, no one gets into the morgue. What are you doing in the morgue? Yeah, get out. Good on you. It got up, opened the pigeon, and walked out on its own. What? He was dead, but he wasn't pigeon.
We saw it with our own eyes tonight. Not even an explosion could kill him. Or a gunshot wound to the chest.
He didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove, or was shot. The corpse left behind some pigeons from the testing I did. I got some readings, some kind of radiation coming off the pigeon. Radiation? I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown. Wait a minute, could it be... That's pigeon. It was pigeon from a pigeon fragment. Fuck, it was aliens. I was just making a joke. So the meteorite had special powers that brought him back to life. This is a bit of a stretch, even for you, game. I gotta say. I went to the park and tested the spot where the meteorite pigeon. And just as I expected, I detected pigeon coming from that crater. It was the exact same pigeon of radiation from that pigeon. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal pigeon. He would die only to come back to pigeon. I wanted to pigeon it all in depth, so I quit my pigeon as a police medical examination. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the pigeon case. Thanks to the arrival of this crazy pigeon here.
Oh, stop now, Professor. Do you want to see me blush?
Well, shit. Cabanela's arrival. It was about a pigeon ago, I'd say. Ow. The man and pigeon came dancing into my research lab.
Hoo-ha! Hey! Hoo-ha! Hee-ha! Hoo-ha! Hee-ho! I heard there's an oddball here who's researching Temsic. Is that you, baby?
So is Temsic... I'm still unclear on what Temsic is. Who are you to be calling anybody a pigeon?
I didn't say pigeon. I was investigating a meteorite case then, and I heard of the man who quit the police force to study the meteorite. And when I heard that, it was like a meteorite that struck me on the head.
Is Temsic just the name of the element? I'm gonna assume that's what it is. It's that or the country. That's all I can think of. At the time, it has to be the element, right? The radiation. They're just calling it Temsic.
At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications we heard, the manipulator said this.
Yeah, source of my power is not of this world. Yeah.
Wow. I was actually annoyingly close with aliens.
That's why I put two and two together, baby. The manipulator case and Temsic was somehow connected.
Which also explains how Pigeon years ago he used his powers to manipulate a pigeon surprise a little girl made for her pigeon.
He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camilla.
Well, that's dark. It's that contraption in the basement there. You built it to try and help Detective Jowd. That's Pigeon. Jowd and I worked together back when I was at the Pigeon. I used to report the case to try and pigeon the device. But there's just one part of it that I couldn't pigeon, no matter how hard I tried. Camilla told Jowd it did something it shouldn't have. It made an impossible move. I added that part to the device I recreated. I put in a pigeon that would allow Cupid to pigeon, otherwise the gun wouldn't fire. That must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption.
As a result, we proved to ourselves the manipulator actually existed.
Inspector Cabanela!
Couldn't go a sit down without running into her.
Hey, baby.
Just take me to the chapter end. This episode's gone long and I gotta go to dinner.
Sorry about the phone call. Must sound like a real villain. Hate to spoil your image of me. Of that cool cat inspector you always looked up to.
Is that really the image she had of him?
Inspector Cabanela, I'm sorry. I just had... You were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Jowd.
This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved.
So that's why you told me you had me arrested tonight, isn't it?
Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw him in the slammer.
Huh.
Tonight. I really thought we finally had him, but my body gave out on me right at the crucial moment. It's like a cruel joke.
Ha ha ha! The gang's all here. A joke is a joke. You might as well laugh.
Jode!
The minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Chow go free until tomorrow morning, too.
So, brief parole, I suppose. That's a pretty extreme while he was pigeon it.
Sorry I took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me.
There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around, and then you swoop in at the last second.
Pigeon! Yeah, see? Thought it was his coat. 5 pigeons ago, you left this coat with me, just before you turned it yourself pigeon. I promised to give it back to you, one pigeon. That's a strong-ass pigeon. I like how he's still in the black and whites. The prisoner's garb, I mean. It's kind of badass looking.
I've been waiting so long, Detective Jowd. Waiting for this day to come.
Hasn't quite come yet.
Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then.
Good luck. Good luck, my old friend.
Pocket watch.
This present you gave me, it's just what I needed. Thank you.
Glad you like it.
Whatcha? I like Cabanela. He's a cool dude. I remember when I saw him as the bad guy and, like, decided that he was. Like, oh, I guess he was a bad guy the whole time. I remember being upset. Like, I really wanted him to be I really wanted him to be a good guy.
Cecil, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You and I have to go and find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me?
Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is, and the phone line doesn't work.
They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see. Could you wait here until you do, please?
Well, I mean, I don't really have a choice. I'm counting on you.
It's true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. Alright, I'm leaving. Inspector Cabanela.
I'll just wait here.
It's almost dawn. I know I'm not who I thought I was, and actually further from knowing than ever. But now I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, is his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness, but it's almost dawn. Unfortunate. Hey, there we go. Saving. That is a place to stop, absolutely. Now let's get a brief look at Chapter 16, 4:19 a.m. Been a rough night. Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. About 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang. Well, there you go. What happened to Cabanela? Pigeon?
This is Jowd. Cecil, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk, we'll be waiting for you.
Well, alright then. See you around, old boy. Control room. You gonna give me a speech? Well, you better get pigeon. This long night is drawing to a pigeon. Looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight. I'm the one who should be thanking you, pigeon. At the other end of the phone line, I'm finally going to find the answers. I better go. Ooh. What a hanger of cliffs. Let's get a brief look, and that'll be it. A single telephone line connect me to me and the other Cecil. But that single line spreads out like a spider's web to ensnare the fates of many people. There's the sub, connected to a drainage pipe. And just as I reach the center of the web... Welcome to the Yonoa. Detective Jowd? Ah, him.
My detective sense must have gotten rusty. I didn't even sense your presence here in the dark. That's because I switched the power to my mask off, Detective Jowd. I used your phone. Hope you don't mind.
Whack!
Egad, never thought you'd track us here, especially seeing as you're a death row inmate.
That's fair. That's also where I'm going to stop for a while. Probably a day or two. What's today, Wednesday? I got shit to do Friday. So I'll probably pick this up tomorrow. Got some more things to record. But anyways, thank you so much for watching out at Tokenlad. When we come back, we're on the Yonoa? We come back, we're on a submarine. Helping out Jowd, and Lynn's probably here somewhere. Who knows how Jowd got in the submarine. Thanks so much for watching up at Tokenlad. Talk to you later. Sure to go share. See you around, Ass Clowns.